Got that awkward moment of shimmying out of the way. Hi Friendos! Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. The plants and I are really excited to have you here. See, they are excited. I hope you're well. Today is a special day, Wednesday. But not only is it just a Wednesday, it's January 20th. I'm not gonna go and say more than that, but it's a good day. And hopefully people are keeping safe. I'll just say that. So in the spirit of change, I wanted to do a video on top 10 ways to evoke positive change and to give out positive energy. I'm wearing my positive energy sweater today. It is positive energy day. All of my energy sweaters are positive. That's a thing now. Everybody should have an energy sweater. Okay. All right, enough of the weirdness, Trisha. Let me get my notebook. Okay. Number 1, fact versus thought. So you're allowed to have your thoughts, you're allowed to have your opinions. Your opinions. You're allowed to have your opinions. You're allowed to have your opinions, okay? The other aspect of that though is that you need to be able to recognize that fact and that opinion and dissociate between the two. The definition of a fact is a thing that is known or proven to be true. He ignores some historical and economic facts. The fact that he chooses to ignore those is based upon his thought paradigm or his opinion, okay? So being able to dissociate between the two and understanding that you shouldn't lean on your thoughts, but make sure to take facts in. Think about the situation from the opposite person's thoughts, opinions, and take the facts in alongside that. The reason why it's important to take that into account and be a force for positive change is because once you see things objectively rather than subjectively, you start to see it from the other person's perspective, and then you can find a middle ground, and that is how we evoke positivity. Yes. Number 2, be kind to yourself, okay? You send out positive energy if you have positive energy for yourself, okay? That makes a lot of sense. If you love yourself, you tend to love other people more as well. I find that if I haven't had a mental health day, if I haven't had time to myself, if I haven't taken time for me, then I am less likely to love to take time for other people. Be kind to yourself so that you can be kind to others. Use positive words, okay? I think we've lived in an era, especially recently, where negative words are everywhere. We think of other people in negative terms. We think of them as other people, right? That's not going to send out positive messages or positive energy in any way, shape, or form. Try to see others in a positive light. Be on their side, okay? See others in a positive light. And that's a great way to change your perspective. Rather than thinking defensively, be positive and send out that positive energy. Give compliments and give them often. Try not to make those compliments about body weight or about what people are eating. That's just stupid, okay? And it's none of your business. Just FYI. Give compliments in terms of accomplishments. Give compliments in terms of situations. Give compliments in terms of family. Give compliments about attitude and emotions, okay? Try not to give those compliments in a comparing way. Oh, you're so much better than they are. Try not to do that. Give your compliment just flat out to that person based upon them alone, okay? And give them often. Thumbs up, Dad, thumbs up. Practice good posture. I think more positively of myself when I'm breathing as opposed to when I'm not, when I'm dead. No, just kidding. Yes, I am a night walker. Positive posture tends to make you feel positive about yourself. Slouching, look at this. Look at the difference between, and I can feel it too. I feel it in my back. Like, this doesn't feel good at all. But we sit this way all day at work. Have a good posture, okay? That will help you love yourself, send out love into the world. What you give is what you attract. I have lumped a few other things underneath this, this little umbrella of what you give, what is what you attract. So under the umbrella also is to be in the moment. When you're spending time with friends or family these days via Zoom, try not to be on your phone. Try not to be doing other things at the same time. Invest yourself in the conversation. Challenge yourself to come up with questions that you can ask other people in the conversation, okay? Challenge yourself to be invested in that time. That is the time you've set aside for your friends and your family to have via Zoom, okay? I'm emphasizing Zoom just because of the era that we're in, and I don't believe that you should be meeting people outside of that, okay? That's my opinion, but it also is heavily backed by fact. Thank you, CDC. Wear bright colors. I did this by accident today, but I wrote this script and took notes on this yesterday, so it's kind of like I planned it, but also if you took a look at my wardrobe and if you know me at all as a person, you would see that most of my wardrobe is colors. I love teal, I love green, I love red. Ooh, I love red. This is not about the colors that Trisha loves. It changes your mindset rather than being dark and dreary. And here's the thing though, there is a time and place for dark clothes. I think we all know situations where that is called for. If you're reading Wuthering Heights, you really want to feel that emotion, I said wear some black. That's okay, do it. Seven, had to count there for a second. Random acts of kindness. I know these days it's hard because we don't see people often. What are people? I know, I get it. But there are still situations where you can just add in little random acts of kindness. So for example, you're at the grocery store. I know you're obviously washing your hands, you're obviously making sure to keep your distance from people, you're obviously wearing your mask, but if there is an elderly individual who's having trouble with something, there's nothing wrong with you making sure that they're okay or finding a store manager to assist and do that safely. Okay. Other random act of kindness, go give blood. You can do that safely, okay? Make sure to follow the CDC guidelines, but you can give blood. That is a random act of kindness, and it is the simple, most altruistic thing that you can do. Have an attitude of gratitude. This truly does help you see the world in a very, very positive light. Goodness gracious. I started a gratitude journal some time ago, and it helps to shift your whole mindset. It's something that encourages you to really look back, reflect on your day, reflect on your week, and think about all the awesome little things that happened. These days, we are so focused on instant gratification. We're so focused on big life things that are things we are thankful for. So my husband and I bought a house. Great, that's awesome. I'm super thankful for it. But also at the same time, we had a really good dinner the other day. Be thankful for those small things. Attitude of gratitude. Number 9, breathe deeply. Okay, this is so important. I stress this so much in my workout videos. If you're not breathing, you're holding that tension in. It's building up, it becomes a bottleneck. It's not healthy. Breathing deeply, letting oxygen into your brain, let it flow throughout your bloodstream, let it flow throughout your body. Deep breathing is such a great way to reset and send out, so that you can send out positive energy. You have to reset. Find the silver lining. Now, this is important. I don't want you to start to think that you have to be positive all the time, no matter what. No. If you have feelings that aren't positive, you need to let yourself feel those things. But I also want to encourage you not to wallow in those feelings. It's okay to cry. Obviously, it's okay. I cry a lot, okay? It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to not be happy all the time. But it's also important that we do not let ourselves wallow and stay in those moments of anger, frustration, annoyance, sadness. We have to make sure to find the silver lining at some point. Let yourself feel, but then also encourage yourself to step out of that, step outside of yourself and outside of the situation to find the silver lining. I do not want yourself to fall into positive, toxic culture, okay? Positive vibes only, I get it, it's great, but also at the same time, if your life is falling apart, it's hard to be positive. And in those moments, you really do need to let yourself feel what's happening. And that is healthy. It's healthy to feel, but it is also very healthy to remember there are positive things happening too. As soon as you can recognize those things in yourself, you'll be able to do that for other people and be there for other, obviously not physically, but you'll be able to be there for other people who are going through the same thing, and then help to send out positive change and positive energy for them as well. Have a bonus, and this harkens back, yes, I use the word harkens, don't you? This harkens back to the video I did at the beginning of 2021, so not long ago, okay? But tip number bonus tip, develop your systems. I guarantee you that sending out positive change is going to be much easier when you develop, oh, there's my hubby and there's my doggo. When you develop your positive, when you develop your routines and develop your systems. I call them goal stems in my video. And if you want to see what that video is, you can check that out here. I think it will be in the, here, in the eye. Okay? Hey Eleanor, what do you call a paper airplane that doesn't fly? Stationary. Do you get it? She doesn't care. Thank you so much, everybody, for taking the time to stop by today. It truly, truly does mean the world to me. I know there's lots of people making content out there these days, so the fact that you're even here watching me truly means a lot. I want to encourage you to leave a comment, make sure to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss another video with the plants and I. All right, everybody, have a cool day. That is something that's going to